Hi, Dave Willet from MotoHead magazine, and today we're here at Ottobiano, or the Yamaha 2018 launch. Obviously behind me is the new YZ450. It's the new generation. It's got a lot of modifications over the 17, and just to try and work out those bugs, you know, that people had problems with. A few people had issues regarding with like turning and the power being, you know, too aggressive and too responsive. Well, the 18 basically addressed all of those issues. So regarding of the chassis, it's a new chassis. It has new engine mounting bracket position. So this is all to basically to help it handle and to steer better. Also, they've got new settings in the front forks, and they've got a new throttle body on. You can fine tune it with your smartphone. You can retard the ignition, advance the ignition. You can make it rich. You can make it leaner. You can even decide on where you want to open, where the throttle body should open at different RPM range, which is pretty cool, really, to be honest. And it's the first of its kind. First impressions of the 450 weren't so good, to be honest, and that's just because the suspension wasn't set. So, you know, we got that sorted and got that addressed, and then it was game on. And when I say that, you know, there was a few little issues. It was basically just the rear sag. So the front didn't feel right, and we went to the rear shock, adjusted that, got the sag set correctly at 110, and just went a few clickers on the front forks, and I was happy. And the bike felt so much more balanced. From then on, you know, then I started to have a look and see what the power's like. Now it hasn't got that hit, so it's just a nice, smooth, linear curve, and it's easier to ride out on track. You can really feel the benefits to it, and then the bike just drives from the turns. Whereas before, when you know, if you'd come out the turns and you'd try to hit on the throttle on the previous model, it would always come in with such a hit, and for the average rider, that hit was just too much. Well, it's been cleaned up now on the Yaman, you know, and it's mellowed down just a little bit. Is the bike slow though? No, the bike's definitely not slow for a 450. It's still one of the fastest on the market. But what it is now is it's definitely more rideable. So anybody who was put off before by that ride of the 17 Yam, you know, and you're a Yam man, then you'll definitely like the 18. But the other thing that on this bike as well is obviously the electric start. That's a massive advantage these days, and obviously it's been overlooked by the Japanese for a long time. But now that the bike's got an electric start, it's so much easier. And have I had any problems starting the bike? No. When the bike's hot, does it start? Yes. Has it started in gear? Yes. You know, there's no problems there. Does it save any weight? No. Has it added any weight? No. Previously, the clutch was always a little weak, you know, or you'd get some clutch fade. That seems to be less this year, and they're down to different plates and also some different springs. So the 450 is the bike that's seen the most modifications this year. A new throttle body. You've got a new frame. So the frame comes up straight, and the engine mounting brackets, they're in a different position. You've got an electric start, no kick start. You've also got an ECU which is compatible to a smartphone, so you can adjust it. I had to adjust the suspension a little today. After that, it was a different bike. Really transformed it, totally different. I could attack the turns, front end grip, make the ruts. I wasn't driving out or driving high. Is that bike better? My opinion, yes. Okay, so that's a wrap. Was it okay, or? Today we're here at Ottobiano. Ottobiano? Ottobiano. Yeah, so, no. He's gonna rev it again. So anybody who thinks that it's easy to talk in front of a camera and be all right, this is the issue. So you've got a man here with a camera who's trying to talk to me, you've got a noddy over there revving his bike, and then you've got other people riding around who are just making a general noise. So it's not ideal, because you want to try and get all your information over, but you can't because you've got all this surrounding noise and other issues to deal with. But we'll get there.